possibly 10,000 years or more, tied to the development of cultivation in the Amazon basin. And here's the thing about tobacco in ancient America. It was not recreational. Not primarily. It was sacred. Tobacco was used in healing rituals, in communication with the spirit world, in binding agreements between tribes. Blowing smoke on someone was an act of blessing, of connection, of respect. A shaman who smoked wasn't having a casual cigarette break. He was opening a channel between the living and the divine. The smoke itself was considered a living carrier, a messenger that traveled between worlds, carrying prayers upward, and bringing visions downward. That framing matters. It explains why tobacco use was so disciplined, so ritualized, so controlled in many indigenous cultures for thousands of years. When something is sacred, you treat it with reverence. You don't chain smoke it while watching TV. The idea of tobacco as a casual everyday habit, something you do on a lunch break or while waiting for the bus, is an almost entirely European invention, and a fairly recent one at that. Now let's go back even further, because there's a piece of this story that most people have never heard, and it might be the oldest evidence of intentional smoking in the entire archaeological record. In 2019, researchers made a remarkable discovery at a site in the Great Salt Lake Desert in Utah. They found a hearth, a cooking and heating fire, roughly 12,000 years old, containing the seeds of Nicotiana attenuata, a wild tobacco species native to North America. These weren't seeds that had accidentally blown into the fire. They were concentrated, present in a way that suggested deliberate placement. The site predates any known pottery or pipe artifacts in the region by thousands of years. This pushed back the possible timeline of tobacco use in the Americas by a significant margin. And it raised a genuinely fascinating question. If people were throwing tobacco into fires 12,000 years ago, whether to inhale the smoke or for ritual purposes or both, what were people in other parts of the world doing with their local psychoactive plants at the same time? Because 12,000 years ago, humans were everywhere. They were in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in Australia. And the human desire to alter consciousness? To seek out altered mental states? That is not an American phenomenon. That is a human phenomenon.